Well, it's the end of an era, to be honest. It's almost the end of the Attitude Era. And, of course, when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the recent retirement of Edge, aka Adam Copeland. And I've had the pleasure of watching him for the past, I don't know, maybe ever since he debuted in 98 or something around there. I think it was 98 or 96 or somewhere around there, because I remember him being Sexton Hardcastle before being Edge. And, watching him, I mean, his promo wasn't really a promo, to be honest. WWE, out of respect, let him go out there, basically like what Bret Hart did in WCW a few years back when Owen died, let him speak his piece. And that's what basically WWE was doing for Edge. They let him speak his piece and, thank the fans and thank everybody else, because, to be honest, I didn't know anything about the other doctor's tests. I mean, because I know they have to have some kind of test before WrestleMania to see if they even do the match. So, I mean, if they would have to change the match or make it shorter or whatever, I mean, because, I mean, they really care about their superstars, even though some people might think, oh, they don't give a shit, especially because of the tag division. That may be true. Their tag division is shitty right now, but so is TNA's. And TNA used to have one of the best tag divisions in the world, to be honest. Such as so did Ring of Honor and other federations like FCW, and they still do, and also do other federations, especially in Japan and Mexico and all over the world. The fact is, I mean, what can you say about Edge that hasn't been said? The guy's an 11-time world champion. I mean, I don't even remember how many times. Tag team champion? I don't even remember how many times. It was like a bunch of them for sure. Maybe 2-3-time Intercontinental Champion. I mean, the list goes on and on is the point here. Because Edge is a certified first ballot inductee in next year's Hall of Fame or the year after that. Because I know one of the WrestleManias, the one after 28 at Miami, WrestleMania 29 will be probably in somewhere in Canada. Maybe Toronto, maybe the Sky Dome. So I do hear rumors of it being in Canada, though. But that's beside the point. The fact that ever since Edge and Christian knew each other for, like they said, 27 years, they've been on the road together, and hopefully, although, yes, Edge retiring saves him from being in a wheelchair, going through a stroke, basically probably what Bret Hart had a little bit. And I'm not trying to compare Bret Hart to Edge, but it's kind of similar a little bit in some ways, because that neck thing in that plate, I was talking about the transfusion, you are basically on borrowed time, because Lord knows after that injury he probably would have been there for 2 years. Depending on the matches, but he's probably grateful to be there ever since that neck injury happened, because when was that? Maybe in the 90s? Maybe early 2000s? I'm not sure. And then he was drafted to Raw, and then the rest is history, because he came back in maybe like 04, 05, and he lasted another 9, maybe 10 years or somewhere around there. Maybe 11, I don't really remember, because it was either in 04 or 05 when he came back. But that's serious shit right there, I'll tell you that much, because, I mean, not only the plate, but, I mean, your neck transfused. You don't know what that's like. I bet no one will know what that's like unless they experience it. Let me tell you this much. Edge was one of the reasons that I wanted to become a professional wrestler. And I still want to become a professional wrestler. And, honestly, without people like him, without earning my respect, and just knowing what they can do in the ring, makes me want to go out there and do it. As soon as I pass, graduate college or jump out of it or whatever, because honestly, as soon as I'm done with college shit, I'm going to start training to become a professional wrestler, for sure. And honestly, in your 20s isn't probably that bad of an age to start. I mean, I'm almost in my 20s, And, we have the Adam Extreme character a little bit. And, might use that, might not. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. Because, really, thank you, Edge. Thank you, Adam Copeland. Thank you to the Rated R superstar. We will miss you. And, although, in a way, you could look at this at a kind of a good angle and a bad angle. Although Edge leaves, the title will be vacant on Friday night when he comes out to vacate it and probably leaves for the final time. But in a way, this could set up Christian's first real world title run. Because some people don't really count the ECW title when the WWE brought it back. I kind of count it because they had the old World Heavyweight Championship, that one that really cared about. But the Eagle Wing was a nice touch, to be honest. But I mean, back then, ECW, and a few years back, ECW was kind of a joke, and now it's gone. Now they have NXT. But really, this could set up Christian's real World Heavyweight Championship, and that's if you're not counting the NWA World Heavyweight title. He has held world gold before. He is a former two-time or one-time or three-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So he has had the world titles before, but WWE probably doesn't recognize it because, of course, the NWA isn't as famous as it once was. Although that title has the greatest prestige, the most honorable championship of all time, and I'm not trying to diss that. In fact, if I don't make it in WWE or TNA, or if that's still around, or Ring of Honor, I would want to go for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship for sure, because the history of that championship. The names go on and on and on and on and on, and we'd be here probably all damn days if we went through them all. Especially the newest man, Colt Cabana. And, we can talk about him later. I think I did a video of him when he won the belt. But really, this could start Christian's road to the World Heavyweight Championship, a title he's probably never held in WWE, but he's had a world title before. But back on topic here. Although Christian might have that, we will never forget what Edge has done for this business. I mean, the ladder matches, the TLC matches with the Hardys and the Dudley Boys. It's amazing how far he's come. And, what's next for him? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's next for him? I guess we'll have to wait and find out, But thank you, Edge, for everything you have done. Thank you, Edge. And hopefully, like I said before, he will be a first-class ballot and a first inductee in maybe next year's Hall of Fame, or maybe WrestleMania 29's Hall of Fame. I don't really know. We'll see what happens for Edge in the future. He's probably just happy to be home, If I was doing that for that long, I'd be happy to be home for sure. But thank you, Edge, for the memories. You will never be forgotten.